And when you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlin.
Caitlin Clark is revolutionizing the game of basketball. Her electrifying performances and fearless competitive spirit have not only captivated fans and analysts, but also caught the attention of NBA legends who usually stay silent about the WNBA. Never before has a single player sparked such a blend of admiration and debate among the sport's greatest figures. From breaking records to reshaping how the game is played, Clark is inspiring an entirely new generation of athletes.
Her range, her three-point shooting overall, her flair for testing her range every night and knowing that the other team's going to try to take it away. And she's fearless. No shot is a bad shot, and when you can shoot it as well as she can. She just adds another element of surprise that you can't really game plan for because it's so kind of just
When you consider that outside of Kevin Durant, the aging LeBron James at 40, and Steph Curry, there isn't another NBA player more popular than Caitlin Clark today. It speaks volumes. But her journey hasn't been free of challenges. Skeptics have questioned her abilities, and critics have tried to downplay her accomplishments. However, two of the most iconic names in basketball history, Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, have stepped up to share their thoughts on Clark. What they had to say could change the way people view her forever.
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And then her just confidence, you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair, like she's a performer.
With all the discussion surrounding, Caitlin Clark, none other than Michael Jordan himself, has weighed in, and his words carry significant weight. The WNBA owes Caitlin a lot for what she's done for the game, Jordan stated.
Always had the ball in her hand. Everybody was playing off of her. She just commanded the whole game. I was like, who the hell is this? She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country.
His remarks weren't just praise. They were a wake-up call. Jordan didn't stop at acknowledging her impact. He directly criticized the officiating in the league, pointing out how referees have been blatantly unfair to Clark. He emphasized that it's time for the WNBA to step up and address these issues. When the greatest basketball player of all time speaks, people listen.
Period. Right now, she's incredible.
She's advanced, man. She could do a lot out there, and she's making the right plays. She could draw so much attention, and she just baiting the defense in, and I'll still make a cross-court pass. Like, that's just muscle memory. I work on this every day.
Jordan's comments reaffirm that Caitlin isn't just another player. She's a true game changer, one whose influence on the sport demands recognition and, most importantly, respect. Next up is none other than Steph Curry, four-time NBA champion, two-time league MVP, and the greatest shooter basketball has ever seen. A longtime admirer of Caitlin Clark's game, Curry has never been shy about praising her skill set, even when she was dominating college defenses. Her range, her three-point shooting, her fearlessness, no shot is a bad shot for her.
And shoot the blood out of the ball. You know what I mean? I never seen anything like it. You know what I mean? And then just how aggressive she is, you know, and not just scoring the basketball, getting her teammates involved as well. I think she's so great for the game. You know what I mean? It was a pleasure watching her, and I just think down the road, she's going to only get better.
When you can shoot as well as she does, it just adds an unpredictable element that's tough to game plan for, Curry said. Coming from a player who revolutionized the game with his shooting, that's no small compliment. What makes Curry's admiration even more noteworthy is that he and Clark share a rare ability, an almost supernatural shooting range that forces defenders to respect them the moment they cross half court. But here's what's truly astonishing. Clark's average three-point attempt comes from an incredible 28 feet, farther than the peak shooting distances of Trae Young, Damian Lillard, and even Curry himself. No wonder people joke that you need to start guarding Caitlin Clark the second she steps into the gym.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for her to be here. I think it brings a lot of excitement to the city, and, you know, a city with a lot of young talent already as it is, and adding her, you know, she's one of the faces of women's basketball, and for her to be here and under the same roof, I think is really exciting for me, and I think a lot of people in our organization.
Kevin Durant, a two-time NBA champion and 2014 NBA MVP, has been one of Caitlin Clark's biggest supporters. He has watched her game closely and can't stop raving about what makes her so special. She's always had the ball in her hands, commanding the whole game. "Who is this? She's nice," Durant recalled.
Aside for almost all of Caitlin's games, any big takeaways? And
she's a great player, and I just like watching her play. I like watching all the girls play. They're getting a lot better as the season's went on. Leah had a great game the other day. Kelsey's been great. But I like going watching basketball. So as long as I'm in Indy and I'm not doing nothing, I'm gonna go watch the game. It's always fun to do. So I love being able to watch people games. The excitement in the city is awesome. It's cool when I bring people who, I brought a couple friends who haven't been to a WNBA game before, and they're like, bro, to the third level. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's what fever games are like now, So it's really cool to see the excitement around the city.
He has broken down why Clark is one of the most dangerous offensive players he's ever seen, from her limitless shooting range to her elite playmaking ability. He sees the makings of a generational superstar. But what stands out most to Durant? Her relentless work ethic. He knows firsthand that greatness isn't just about talent. It's about the hours of dedication behind the scenes. In Caitlin Clark, he sees a player who's not only rewriting the record books, but also redefining what's possible in women's basketball. She's advanced, man. She makes the right plays, draws so much attention, and still finds a way to create for her teammates. Durant noted Allen Iverson, a player who left an indelible mark on the NBA, sees a lot of himself in Caitlin Clark. Just like Iverson revolutionized the game with his flashy handles and fearless scoring, Clark is doing the same in the WNBA, captivating fans and setting new standards for women's basketball.
Doing stuff we've never seen before. Never seen nobody do that on a consistent basis. There's a lot of girls in WNBA that's done it in spurts, but that game I'm watching y'all in the Final Four, I'm like, damn, and I was a hater because, I'm down. She was like, she's not going to hit that shot, and bam, damn, she's not going to hit that shot, man. If I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you're...
Both players carried immense pressure from their college days into the pros, with critics doubting whether they could maintain their dominance at the next level. And just like Iverson silenced his doubters, Clark is proving she belongs among the best. "She can shoot the blood out of the ball, man. I've never seen anything like it," Iverson said. But beyond the points, he recognizes something even more important: Clark's ability to elevate her teammates. He knows that being a superstar isn't just about scoring. It's about making those around you better. Despite being one of the youngest players in the WNBA, Clark already possesses that rare skill.
What she's done for the game the last couple of years, she is a shining star. And the thing I like about her, man, she doesn't say a word. Yeah, she's never said a word about anybody. She just shows up and does her job.
During his prime, Iverson carried the Philadelphia 76ers to the NBA Finals with sheer determination and relentless scoring, despite not having a star-studded supporting cast. He sees Clark as someone with that same drive, someone who can will her team to success, no matter the circumstances. However, he also understands that for Clark to truly thrive, the Indiana Fever must build the right team around her. He believes Clark's best days are ahead, and that as she continues to grow, she'll only improve in leading her team and adapting to challenges.
Team USA dropped the ball on this. We have a new wave coming in, and it's being denied. I think the WNBA, this is just my view, bro. They've established something and they built something, right? They got something. It's a new wave that is here. And it's got a major blockage on it, man. Listen, to everybody out here, bro, we're not fighting over the pot that's been established. The ideal is to grow the pot.
Luka Dončić, a perennial MVP candidate and one of the NBA's brightest young stars, has called Caitlin Clark the women's Steph Curry. If that wasn't impressive enough, he even admitted that she might be a better shooter than he is. Coming from a player celebrated for his shooting brilliance, that's about as high a compliment as it gets. "She's better than me," Dončić said.
claim you want the women's game to grow, and then you keep the most popular girl in women's basketball off the team. How do you grow internationally and domestically if you don't put her on the U.S. team? It just makes the most sense. Sometimes you have to say, hey, guys, this is bigger than the game.
Indiana Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton wasted no time embracing Caitlin Clark as she arrived in Indiana. From the moment she was drafted, he's had nothing but praise for her game, recognizing her as a transformative talent who could elevate the Fever and women's basketball as a whole.
You're playing at the highest level. You're playing in the WNBA. You're coming from college and you're going to the pro ranks, right? What did she expect was going to happen? Why are people so shocked, right? You're playing against grown women. The same thing happened to us as rookies, going against MJ. They're out there trying to embarrass you. It's nothing personal.
I'm excited she's here. She's one of the faces of women's basketball, and having her in the city is great for Indiana, Halliburton said. NBA legends, Hall of Famers, and MVPs are all tipping their hats to Caitlin Clark. But this isn't just about recognition. It's about something bigger.
Max looking, loops it to Bird, a runner. It's good! It's good! And the Celtics win it! Good!
Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires! And it goes! She hit it!
Caitlin is changing the game, breaking barriers and inspiring the next generation of hoopers. Young boys and girls everywhere are watching her dominate, proving that talent, hard work, and relentless confidence can shatter expectations. A new era in the WNBA is unfolding right before our eyes.